Hey Pisces, hope you're all doing well. Welcome to the tail end of 2023. It's going to be a general reading for all Pisces placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, of course, if that applies. Don't get hung up on anything that doesn't apply. Check out some of your other placements. So right off the bat, we've got the 10 of Wands, the 8 of Wands, and the Sun. So I'm getting this is your energy, Pisces. You've also got the 6 of Cups. I'm getting something that's, burdened you for a long time here is changing in a drastic way. It's going to be work related for some of you. It's just like your everyday, you've got the 2 of Cups here. For some of you, it's like getting help with like coming out of a period of having to do a lot of things on your own, of having to, carry the load by yourself. Of having, too much going on and not being able to, not that you haven't been able to handle it, I think you've been handling it, but maybe not even realizing how much weight you were carrying on your own here. But there's significant changes coming in, and whatever it is going to make you really happy here, Pisces. And it may have something to do with like a long forgotten like wish of yours, like a long forgotten like dream of yours, and it's something involving love. There's a significant love here. And maybe for some of you, that's the missing piece to, happiness in your life, because I don't really see that. I don't really see. Yeah, it is the missing piece here. You've got this 5 of Cups. And I like how it's like she's kind of looking in like a wishing well here. It's like looking in the past at it's a feeling of, I don't think this has been your main focus, Pisces. Like, I don't think love has been your main focus. Like, I don't think, this sentimentality has been your main focus. I think you've been enormously busy. I think you've had a lot on your plate. I think you've had, just a lot of day-to-day like activities, maybe surrounding job or other responsibilities. And I don't know that you've had a lot of time to reflect on the past, to reflect on things that have made you unhappy. I think you've just been trying to focus, keeping yourself busy, focusing on being happy here. But what's coming in for you, it's like what's next in your situation is some sort of partnership, is some sort of reawakening of the past, of, of a childhood nostalgia that you have, involving love. There's some heartbreak here that I don't know that you have necessarily been paying not the proper attention to, but maybe you've been keeping yourself too busy to pay attention to or to recognize some like inner sadness or inner regret. Yeah, you've got this Queen of Pentacles here, and I feel like that comes out for you a lot, Pisces. Whoever the Pisces are that watch this, there's definitely pick up of an energy of somebody who's, either a mother figure or, a teacher or mentor, something like that. There's some element of where you have responsibility towards people who are, weaker than you in some capacity, and it just maybe in an age-related capacity. But you're strong here. You're a strong, nurturing, whoever this energy here is, a strong, nurturing energy. And it's almost like of having to, just persevere forward. There's lots of elements of children here, to be honest with you. Maybe to keep someone happy, to put on a happy face for someone, to act like things are okay. But there's like this inner sadness here, this inner pain that's being covered up by a lot of activity, by a lot of, and maybe it's only like when you're actually alone and really having to be faced with the overwhelming amount of responsibility that some of you have, that you're kind of faced with the, with whatever pain is left over here from something. It's funny because I've been trying to do a lot of these readings on like energy surrounding you, but this is just coming in as like, as this sort of past, present, future energy, Pisces. And like I said, I see that you're happy. Like I don't see that. I see you've got a lot going on that makes you happy, you know, in your world and in your life. But there's, like I said, this element of not taking the proper time to look at what's caused you pain and to focus on the future here, because what you've got in the future here, or what your heart is wanting is a partnership, you know, is wanting some sort of equal give and take here, is of not wanting to be bearing this brunt all on your own here. Yeah, you've got the Four of Swords and you've got Judgment. And on this card, it's these little children sleeping in the bed. There's rest needed here for some of you. You know, you can only go so long of being just busy and just getting things done and just taking care of things and just being, you know, the sole breadwinner for some of you, or being the sole caretaker of whoever it is that you caretake. Some of you could be a nurse, or you could be, you know, take care of the elderly as well. Like I said, there's just an element of caretaking or having to be responsible towards people that are maybe, you know, less strong than you are in some capacity. Doesn't give you a lot of time to focus on what is actually in your heart or what pain you have here. And you need a rest for some of you. It's a period of rest and reflection to be able to have some sort of resurrection or reawakening of what it is that your heart really wants, you know, and whether this is a specific person from your past, or this is a new love that's going to help you remember something that you've kind of forgotten about who you are or what you want in a partnership. That you need to get some rest. You really need to do some reflecting. It's okay sometimes to look back at the past and see the regret there, or see the remorse there. It's not okay to ruminate it. And that's what I'm saying is there's an element of like just keeping busy to not do that. Just keeping busy to not have to reflect, to not have to take a rest, to not have to see the things that are missing or see the things that you truly want. For those of you that do have children or are worried about that in some capacity, they're protected here. You know, you see the angels above these little children in this bed. They're sleeping peacefully here. And that's what it feels like for you, Pisces, is a period of peaceful rest is what's needed. Yeah, Ace of Cups. Whether you're looking for it, whether you're ready for it, whether you're acknowledging that you're looking for it, that's what's coming in for you, Pisces, is a new start in love. But what they're saying is that there has to be some rest first. There has to be some reflection first. There has to be, maybe there's things that you need to reflect on about yourself, not just things that have caused you pain, but maybe things you've done that you regret. There needs to be some meditation done here to be able to have a rebirth, to have a reawakening, to have clearer judgment on what you actually want in a partnership, to be able to have a new start at love. But whether, like I said, it's on your conscious mind or not, your heart wants that. Yeah, but I feel like you've lost your way here a little bit with this Seven of Cups. Some of you, and this isn't for everybody, and this doesn't need to be you, but someone in this equation, it's like they avoid emotions or avoid, facing painful things, or avoid things like that through maybe some sort of recreational substance or something like that. So there is an element here for that. So if that's you, you're being guided to that's not the kind of rest or the kind of turning off of your brain that your guides are saying that you need to do. That's going to keep you in more confusion and keep you more stuck on a path that you don't know, how to proceed forward in, because you're being encouraged here heavily with this Six of Wands. The road ahead of you might be confusing right now, Pisces. It might feel like you don't know which way you're going. It might feel like you're a little bit lost on your path, especially because there may just be a lot going on, a lot you have to do. Some of you may work where you have to communicate a lot, or maybe just in general, you communicate a lot and it distracts you from the things that make you sad. But if you feel confused on your path here, and for some of you, you do need to take a look at maybe what you're partaking in that might be leading to that confusion. But just in general, if your heart is confused, if your emotions are confused, you're being guided that you're on the right path, and you have supporters around you right now, whether you know it or not. And for some of you, I think that you do know it. You have support encouraging you on this path, even if you don't feel confident in where you're going to with this Knight of Wands here. I love how it's a female on this deck, and she's literally riding a horse through fire. That pretty soon you're going to, if you keep going, if you keep listening to the encouragement of you may have people around you that give you good advice or that are encouraging you to keep going. Your path's going to become clear, and you're going to feel this confident, bold energy that you need to feel in order to pursue these things that you want. And like I said, for a lot of you, it's a partnership. It's wanting someone to share your time with. It's wanting someone to share your heart and your thoughts with. I don't know that it's even necessarily that you can't bear the load yourself or bear the responsibilities of what you do. It looks like you do that, happily. It looks like the things you do make you happy, Pisces. But there's this tiny little part of you that's not acknowledging the things that are painful here. Yeah. This Queen of Swords energy, you don't have to be in charge all the time. You don't have to be a warrior all the time. You don't have to be ready for battle all of the time if that's how you're feeling here. For some of you, this is a comrade, an ally on your path. You could be dealing with an air sign in Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Ten of Swords. Yeah, there's there's an element of confusion here, of feeling like you have to be, this what's the word? Like this gung-ho, go for it, kind of energy all the time, that you have to have all the answers, that you have to slay the dragon yourself, that you have to have the courage, that you have to have the whatever. And that cycle is going to come to an end, but it's painful. And some of you have to let go of something that, or some way of being, I think, Pisces, that you have been holding on to. It's like softening up a little bit here. Getting over something, recognizing not just recognizing cognitively how something has damaged you, not just recognizing in your mental, in your brain, how something has destroyed you in some capacity, but really being able to take the time to feel the emotions of it. Yeah, there's just so much action energy. For some of you, definitely have an air sign involved here in some way, because you've got the Knight of Swords here too. And it's the same thing. All of these energies are so, it's such an active, fighting, courageous kind of energy here. And the cards are encouraging you to let go of some of that, to put an end to whatever, being too hard, being too tough. That's the word. You might feel confused, and out of that confusion, you try to act tough, you try to cover it up, you try to act like you always have it under control, you stay busy, you're like, I'm confident, I'm getting these things done. But it's time for that period to end, to, if you really want to pursue what will make you happy in your heart. Excuse me again. Yeah, you've got the Devil coming out here. And it's almost like for someone here, it's like the opposite direction feels confusing. It's like holding on and being bound to, to this like hard up, like, warrior position that you have here. It's being bound to that. It's not letting go of like this fighting stance, not letting go of this like, um, dominating sort of like overcompensating energy here. It's become toxic, Pisces, at this point in time, and you're being encouraged, however subtly, to take a different path, however confusing or however lost you might feel about it at this time. But it's heavily revolving around like just taking a rest from this energy. But something about it, something about this mission, about this quest, is become toxic for you. Something about revenge for some of you could be a theme here. Something about the need to get revenge in some situation is becoming toxic. Yeah, it's cooperation is needed here. Cooperation, encouragement. Maybe maybe for somebody here, they've been fighting too hard to get another person to cooperate. And that situation has become toxic. There's an element of forcefulness here, of determination, of someone enforcing their will upon someone else here, of trying to get them to cooperate, of trying to get them to be collaborative here. And that needs to end. That's toxic. It's like even our best intentions can turn toxic if they become obsessive and we become, bonded to them. somebody's in collaboration with their demons, so to speak. And no matter how hard you fight, or no matter how hard you battle and are determined and are like, I'm strong enough to beat this. For some of you, there's a person here that you can't help. There's a person that can't be helped. They don't want to cooperate. They don't want to collaborate. They don't want to, they want to stay in the, in negative energy here. You get a couple more cards for you, Pisces. Yeah. What it's saying is that you can continue to, continue this kind of willful determination here to either get revenge for some of you, to enforce a will for someone else to cooperate and collaborate here. But it's going to just lead to a tower moment. And either way, you're still going to be doing these things on your own. You're still going to be like this situation here, where someone's determined to make someone else take action. Someone may be determined to make someone else participate, cooperate. For some of you, maybe somebody's determined to make someone get a job, even something that they don't want to do. It's going to lead to a tower. It's going to lead to an explosion. And you're going to find that they're on their own anyway. You're going to go back to square one. It's going to lead to right back to you or whoever being in charge on their own, having to do things on their own. This situation will come to a dead end. So if the path is confusing now, or you're dealing with somebody with addiction issues, you're being encouraged away from them. Either way, you're being encouraged away from whatever this energy is that's forceful and, willful and, cutthroat and, like my way or the highway or whatever. Somebody needs to let go of that energy here. Somebody needs to reflect more on their emotional side here and stop doing so much. Reflect on the pain that something has caused. Recognize, you know, that we can't always be happy no matter how much we try to just stay busy or just try to, you know, just always be talking or always be doing or doing whatever. We can't always be happy, that it doesn't go away. But if what you want here, if what your heart is saying, and it looks like that for you guys, is a true partnership, is a true connection here, there's some serious meditation and reflection and rest. There needs to be a resurrection, a rebirth in your own life, Pisces, to have a brand new start here. And there's a calm and peaceful start here. This Nine of Pentacles, like I said, either way, it's either going to be a feeling of being able to be secure on your own, recognizing and appreciating that you are on your own and not feeling burdened, not feeling like you're carrying the whole load, but actually feeling pride in what you've done. You know, or there's a Tower that's going to lead to that. Either way, you end up there anyway. So there's a peaceful path here, Pisces, or there's, you know, or you can take the long way that's fraught with obstacles, that's fraught with contention, that's fraught with somebody who doesn't want to do what you think they should do, or vice versa. Somebody here with maybe addiction issues, like I said, that's not willing to come out of that, that's not willing to stop doing that. But it's going to end in a disaster here, and you have a better path there. I just think that some of you are confused about which way to go. And some of you definitely need to get out of this air energy and this fire energy, this mental energy, this physical doing things energy, and connect more with your emotions here, because that's where the answer lies for you. Get some rest, do some reflecting, connect back with what you know your heart wants, what you know that your inner child wants for some of you, and what your dreams are of what a real partnership is. Allow yourself to dream about that. Allow yourself to believe in a new beginning, in a new, you know, in a new love here. And let go of anybody that's in your life that's, you know, determined to make you go otherwise, or making you feel like you have to keep fighting to push them to do something. So anyway, that's what I got for you, Pisces. Appreciate you watching the video. Give it a like, comment, subscribe would be awesome. If not, hope you'll check out another video, and I hope to see you guys again soon. Bye-bye.